Welcome back. This is the 7th episode in our series where we are talking about how to create an ideal life, regaining power and build a legacy of expansion and happiness. So in the last video, we met the Emperor, who is the architect of stability and order. So he taught us how to create structure and set boundaries to support our dreams and goals. Today, we move forward to the Hierophant, card number 5 in the Tarot, or step number 5 in our life cycle. So the Hierophant represents wisdom, tradition, and the spiritual teachings that guide us towards a deeper understanding. But this card isn't just about external authority, it's about discovering our inner wisdom. So the Hierophant invites us to reflect on what we believe, why we believe it, and how those beliefs shape our life. But before we are starting, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Aline. I'm a therapist and I'm the creator of the Soul Review, which is a page on Instagram where I help now over 70,000 beautiful souls heal from toxic relationships, dysfunctional family dynamics, and encounter with narcissists. So if you would like to have more content of mine or check me out, I will leave you a direct link in the text box down below. But if you are ready to explore the transformative journey of the Hierophant, and how it can help you uncover your personal truth, let's dive in. So let's begin by understanding the energy of the Hierophant, which is, as we said, the 5th step in our journey. So the Hierophant is often associated to traditional wisdom. It can be teachers, mentors, or spiritual practices. He represents a system of knowledge that have guided humanity for centuries. And it offers us a connection to ancient teachings, which provide a sense of order and understanding. However, his energy also encourages us to look beyond simply following the crowd and adhering to traditions out of habit or education. He invites us to forge our own connection to truth and meaning by reminding us that while external guidance is valuable, the true wisdom comes from within. So in numerology, the number 5 embodies change, freedom, and adaptability. So look at how the number 5 is built. It's unstable on the ground, but attached to the higher self. So it demands from us to adapt our reality according to our higher teachings. It's a number that challenges us to break free from rigid structures. It also invites us to embrace new perspective and explore life beyond conventional boundaries. So the Hierophant encourages us to step out of our comfort zone and inherited beliefs and find new truth that align with our individual path. So as we progress through the Tarot, the journey from the Magician, which was step 1, who represents individual potential, to the Hierophant, step 5, it shows a natural progression. From the Magician, who is creating something new, the Hierophant encourages us to find balance between what we have learned and how we make it, in fact, our own. So the Hierophant teaches us that tradition and structure can provide valuable lessons. Spiritual teachings, cultural practices, and mentorship, often they serve as a foundational framework that guides our growth. Whether we find wisdom in religious practices, philosophy, or in cultural rituals, this tradition help shape our identity and provide a sense of belonging. However, the key lesson of the Hierophant is discernment. While those traditions can offer wisdom and be a groundwork for spirituality, they are not always aligned with our personal growth. So the Hierophant challenged us to ask, what belief or practices still resonate with me? Am I holding on to things that I know simply because this is what I have always known, rather than because it truly aligns with my present truth? For example, let's say that you have been following a specific religious practice all your life. As you grow older, you may begin to question some of its teachings. So the Hierophant encourages you to reflect on whether these practices still resonate with you, or maybe if it's time to explore other spiritual paths or philosophies that align more with your current values and experiences. So while external guidance is helpful, the Hierophant ultimately reminds us that the true teacher lies within us. This is also what we saw with the High Priestess, who encouraged us to listen to ourselves. So external teachers, mentors, or spiritual leaders can guide us, but our inner voice holds the most profound wisdom. The Hierophant invites us to tune into this inner voice and develop our own sense of truth. Imagine that you have been attending a weekly class or following a mentor to deepen your spiritual practices. The Hierophant asks, am I simply parroting what my teacher says, or have I deeply reflected enough to discover my own truth? So the next step in your journey is to embrace the wisdom within and applying external teachings to develop your unique perspective. What you found from others is just a reference that you should question. So ask yourself, am I living according to someone else's expectation, or have I taken the time to define my own beliefs and values? The Hierophant, it's not just about learning. He teaches us to integrate the knowledge into our daily life. So it's easy to read books or attend workshops, may it be on personal growth or spirituality, but the true transformation occurs when we take these teachings and we embody them through our actions. So for example, let's say that you've read extensively about meditation and mindfulness. The Hierophant's wisdom urges you to move beyond the theory and to practice what you have learned. So you can attend all the classes in the world, but the true spiritual growth happens when you integrate those teachings into your daily routine, whether it's through meditation or applying mindful communication in relationship, or making more conscious choices in your daily life. So the Hierophant asks, what lessons or wisdom have I received recently, and how am I using them to shape my own journey? So the Hierophant also emphasized the power of connection. While the spiritual journey is, of course, deeply personal, it's often enriched through shared experiences with others. And this is what I am doing on my page on the Soul Review on Instagram. So not only am I sharing my experience and my teaching, I also offer a space where people who have experienced the same thing can gather and exchange their own experience. So the Hierophant encourage us to seek mentors, communities, and groups that inspire us and uplift us. So if you've been feeling isolated with your personal development or your spiritual growth, the Hierophant energy encourages you to seek out a community or a group that align with your values. It might be joining a class, finding a circle, or connecting with like-minded individuals online. The Hierophant reminds us that connection fosters growth. So the community provides the space to learn from others and contribute your own wisdom and create a reciprocal exchange that expands your understanding of the world. So if you want to align with the Hierophant energy in your own life, you can consider those practices. First of all, explore your own beliefs. Take the time to reflect on the traditions or beliefs that you've been following and ask yourself whether they still align with your current belief or path, or whether you need maybe to explore new perspective. Second, find a teacher or a mentor. Whether in spirituality, business, or in personal growth, you can seek for someone who can guide you, but also challenge you to think critically and find your own truth. Third, integrate wisdom. Look at the teachings and lessons that you have learned recently. How can you incorporate them into your own life? This could be as simple as starting a new routine, changing your mindset, or taking a specific action that aligns with what you have learned. 4, engage with the community, because the Hierophant reminds us that we are not alone. So you can seek group or communities that inspire and support you, where you can both learn from others and contribute your own wisdom. Now, let's see what happens when we don't integrate the lessons from the Hierophant, when we don't take in this beautiful energy. So let's check what is the next 5th step of the second cycle. I remind you that the second cycle starts with the card, the Wheel of Fortune, which represents karma. So the 5th step, or card 14, let me remind you, 1 plus 4 is 5, or 14 minus 9 is 5, and this card is Temperance. When the teachings of the Hierophant are ignored, Temperance step in, both in order to correct us and to help us evaluate. It's supposed to help us find the wholeness in the midst of change. If we are following one belief without questioning it, we might become extremely rigid and imposing our beliefs without applying personal truth. And then life may deliver chaos, imbalance, or extremes, and karma will push us towards a transformation. So Temperance is the teacher of inner harmony. This card invites us into balance. It is no longer about following external rules. Instead, it's about creating an inner alchemy where all parts of ourselves can work together. So Temperance asks, how do you integrate the lessons of life without losing your center? So it's a step toward spiritual maturity where you become your own Hierophant, guided not by external authority, but by your internal wisdom. True wisdom doesn't come from blind adherence to rules, but from the ability to integrate life lessons with grace and balance. So in conclusion, the Hierophant ultimately teaches us that wisdom is not one size fits all. While tradition and external guidance offer a valuable framework, it's up to us to refine it to fit our unique journey. True spiritual growth and personal development occur when we balance the external teachings with our own inner wisdom, and we apply this knowledge to enrich our life and life of others. So remember, the Hierophant energy is about guidance, not restrictions. It's about using the wisdom of tradition as a stepping stone to discover and live our own truth. The Hierophant is a powerful reminder that growth comes both from external wisdom and inner reflection. It's very important, the inner reflection. He invites us to honor the lessons of the past while carving our own path forward. If you are a religious person, then you know that we say that God made us at His own image, but God is a creator. So we are invited to be creators too and create our own spirituality. So in the next video, we will explore the Lovers, which is step 6 in our cycle of life, and it represents the choices that we make that align with love, connection, and our higher purpose. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video comes live. And if you listen until the end, please leave a book emoji in the comments, which is the symbol of the wisdom that you are integrating in your life. I hope this video was interesting and insightful to you. Until next time, take care.